Okay, YouTube, it is the 20th of February. Another wonderful Saturday morning. We're coming out of the cold snap. Starting Monday, it's going to be a lot warmer, but we're in here today working on the Massey 300. We have an update on the grain pan. We have the grain pan removed, haven't done anything with it yet. The parts man at Arthur, Illinois, Coons Equipment, Glenn, shout out to him. He actually found a brand new pan, the whole piece that's standing up right there, for $500 and some dollars. I want to say $578 plus shipping. It was over 1,200 miles away, he said. So I don't know what shipping would be. However, I feel that the responsible thing to do first would be to get the parts machine out of the storage shed, bring it through the big doors there, and get it over here beside the other 300 where the heat is. I don't relish the thought of working out in the storage building all day, freezing and not getting much done. So today might only be moving it in here, but I feel that the thing to do would be to see if we have a good grain pan and front panel in there. We might very well, because that one was inside until I found it pushed out in the pasture and it wasn't there too long. I feel we could have a good grain pan in there. So if that's the case, that means that the parts machine just made another $500 and some dollars, and more than that, because that was just for the back piece. That was not including the front piece that is mounted in with those 6 bolts, if you remember from last episode. So we're going to take you along today, as Wildcat says, on removing the parts machine out of storage and bringing it in here to the shop. We now have the unit dug out, so we have to take a strap, get the intake elevator or throat table elevator, that's what it's called, and get that tied up so that it doesn't fall down while we're pushing it and pulling it into the shop. Okay, here we go. I got my father-in-law Ron at the controls of the tractor. We're going to begin moving. Okay, we now have the combine moved in position so we can work in the heated shop. We are going to begin to proceed to take the table elevator or throat off of the combine. We're going to get rid of the yellow strap. We're going to use the forklift to hold it up, get it loosened, and remove it. Okay, we've undid the hydraulic line underneath of the table elevator because it comes around, and that what raises the reel. The quick disconnect right down there raises the reel on your head. Now we're going to be behind that sprocket, take out the clamps that hold it to the combine. We now have that done. We're going to back up with it. The lift cylinders were already removed years ago, and the helper springs right there are just going to separate in the middle, and then we'll take them off when we can raise it up with the forklift at shoulder level so it's easier to work on. Okay. Yep. Is that perfect? Nope. Go ahead and back up a little further. Okay. Go ahead, back up a little bit more. Then neutral, raise it up. That's good.
Where's it going outside?
Okay, we are going to take these cotter keys out. There we go. Now we're ready to set this outside. Okay, we have removed the helper springs that were down below, down there. We've removed the bar that was across there. I didn't bother taping it. I think you can see it in other episodes that we worked on. We're going to go after the cylinder bars now. These come when you buy them new. They're wired together in a matched set. And you're supposed to install them, your first one here, and then you go 180 degrees and put your next one on. So we're going to remove them in the reverse order of installation, and then when we get two out, we're going to wire them together just like when you get them new, so that when we go to reinstall them in the combine we are keeping, they will be a balanced set around the cylinder. We have all of the rasp bars removed. We have them down here on the floor. We've got them bundled together. There's 8 of them. They're wired together so that we can put them back in opposite of one another. This combine, I'm pretty confident, had very little use. The bars in it look good. If you see inside there, the cylinder still has red paint on it. The cylinder discs that hold the bars. It's a shame that it got destroyed on the backside by a bale spear, but those things happen. It's going to live again in another combine. We're going to use a lot of parts off of it, and there's even going to be some parts go on Wildcat's bulldozer. This concludes today. We've got the unit we're keeping. We got the unit we're parting out side by side. So now the fun really begins. Come along for the adventure. like, share, subscribe, and we appreciate you guys watching.